Ладно, поехали. Ой, сори. Так, сейчас как-то. Так. Вот, все. Я теперь вижу чатик ГГ на всякий пожарный. Так, пойдемте. Угу. Не-не-не, привет, Рагас, не, какой конец стрима, ты что? У меня еще 2 стрима впереди. The decision under reach powers which danger. It's dark inside. All this blood around the hall was some short hair. Нет, Хаври, тебя не видно. Ну, я тебя вижу, но на стриме нет. Господи. Вот так длинно. Дети, никогда не суйте в неизвестные дырки руки. Боже мой. У меня кулачок вот сжался даже. Меня пристрелили? Только руки? Да, только руки. Вспомнил Saints Row 2. Нет, Вань, ты что, нет. Это еще только начало. Какая добрая игра, 703 игра. Безумно добрая. Привет, Ангел of Death. Chapter 2. Ей, мы открыли достижение. Chapter 1 completed. Ей! Боже, как у меня болит горло. Надо было, пока у меня вся эта хрень была, надо было себе чайник сделать.
Yes, I do enjoy fine art.
Привет,
Thank
Кор.
you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patients are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that. It's just... It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course,
Нет, не
and
прошло
go
еще.
home you will. As soon as we've
Привет,
done
Анастасия.
this little assessment, okay, you probably know how it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Yes, I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Well, I wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine. What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful. Let's see then. Where do we begin?
Привет, Диник, привет. Корт, знаешь, это, мне кажется, я хотела бы вас попросить, чтобы вы мне переводили, а не я вам. Потому что мой английский слишком тухлый.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name for me, please?
Susan Ashworth.
Hello, Mrs. Ashworth. Well, I'm glad to see you're all right. You're on the ward now. Your condition is stable. I can see your brain functions just fine and there's no permanent damage of any sort. We've checked your internal organs and they're fine too. You're a very lucky lady, Susan. You might experience extreme tiredness and lethargy for a couple of days, but that should soon pass. I would advise plenty of rest now. The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Take care, Mrs. Ashworth. Please, don't try to speak. What did you say?
Сказал,
Don't worry,
отвали.
Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get you some water? Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
У меня было 5 по английскому, но все равно не понимаю. Да у меня тоже была 5, но это так, по чтению. А ты уверен, что он врач? Ты быстро ему имя свое сказал? Я думаю, что да.
I'm sorry, Susan. Did I wake you? I have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so lucky. It's crazy. You doing what you've done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any sense again, am I? I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. Ah, and here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're lucky, I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
Он говорит, что вместе аппендикса гланды ему вырезала через 5 точку. Отлично. О чем она? Ну, я говорю, что мне очень сильно повезло, что я выжила. Вот. Что она там ненавидит каких-то людей. Привет, Ирен. ВТФ.
Bad dream?
Нормально так. Российская медицина. Игнорируем ее.
You don't want to talk about it. Don't worry, I understand. Sometimes it's easier not to talk. To keep it to yourself. I feel like that here sometimes. A lot, actually. As soon as you open your mouth, you realise that nobody listens. They might pretend they do, but you can tell by the eyes. Eyes will always give you away. My nan used to say that. The thing is, I don't care anymore. I'm just playing a game now. Like everyone else. Just playing a game.
Какая она болтушка. Ну ладно, что случилось со мной?
Happened to me.
Well, how much do you remember?
I I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm. And then...
О чем игра? О том, девушка покончила с суицидом, но ее вытащили им. Пока она была вот между небом и землей, там происходила всякая хрень. Сложно сказать, о чем игра, Ирен. Это лучше прочитать вот вики там или еще что-то там, описание игры там. Привет, make me happy.
I woke up here, and I saw you. Can you now tell me who found me, and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an ambulance. If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes.
Дочь?
Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
У нас есть
I
дочь.
don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help. Sorry.
Нормально так, у меня еще дочь, оказывается, есть. Как долго я была здесь?
How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived at the hospital at 7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward.
Dime ward.
I call it Die Ward.
Dime
Because
ward.
all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
А помните, что нам старуха говорила, что типа я встречу 5? Мне кажется, их при любом раскладе встречу. Честно.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Она только недавно из комы вышла. Maybe tomorrow.
I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions. But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Со мной будет еще кто-то разговаривать, какой-то доктор, по поводу, почему я покончила жизнь самоубийством. Так, что ли? Ну, вообще, да, с суицидниками общается.
Did you see this daughter of mine?
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or she was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe.
Давайте про доктора
Tell me
спросим.
more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X. He comes in the ward often, usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him, but you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is he's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you. But Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda, I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay? He's got a weird smell.
Какая она
What do you
болтушка,
mean?
жесть.
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Oh, thanks for the warning. I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan. He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my mother about. And we haven't even started those sessions yet. So, be prepared for that.
Sure.
Твикс, ну
But
тебя
it's a
ламинировали, вон
bit
там
too
у меня
late
голова
for me to
двигается.
hide how I
Она ж
feel
только из
now
комы вышла.
anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills. Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I
Нет,
rent
не
a
играла.
room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home at night.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all
Простите,
that
ребят.
for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sex
О,
nurse
спасибо,
and all.
Ионя, за это спасибо.
Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it that much. He didn't like me that much either. Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but I don't care anymore.
Я тоже уже думаю по этому поводу, Рифак. Так, ну давай... Да что ж такое? Давайте спать.
I'm tired.
Да, даже
Let
я
me
уже
sleep
устала от
now.
тебя.
Fine. I'll see you again. Be careful who you trust here, Susan. They will be watching you.
How do I know you're not one of them?
You don't. But do I really look like a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said.
Хорошо.
Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up. Right?
We'll start with a little chat about your childhood. I want you to be as honest
Видимо,
as
доктор Икс
possible.
это вот этот.
It's important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan. This isn't all about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution.
Just talking.
In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
А, то есть тут надо выбрать. Росла я с хорошим отцом, нет, я мечтала отцом, и я либо росла без отцовщины. Демон, спасибо тебе за совет. А то мы ж сидим, вот я такая вот глупенькая, и за 2 дня не смогла найти Русик. Спасибо. Блин, ну давайте с отцом начну.
I had a great dad. I have very fond memories of my father. He was always there for me, no matter what I did. He never got angry or upset. I suppose I never really gave him any reasons to be. I was a good child, not perfect. But then again, no one's perfect. Whatever made me try to kill myself, it definitely has nothing to do with him.
Where is he now?
He died 6 years ago. Cancer.
Do you miss him?
Of course I miss him. How can you even ask me that?
It's my job to ask these questions, Susan.
Вот не
Let's
говори.
talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
I can't complain. My mum was great.
Как и депрессивный
She
ген,
brought me
да.
up well. Me and her, we were like best friends, like soulmates. We did everything together. She passed away 7 years ago. When Dad first got diagnosed with cancer, it was too much for her. He kept pretending he was fine, but she just couldn't take it. Her heart gave up. She died quickly. My father kept fighting it. Another 8 months of illness and intensive chemo finally beat him, though. He thought he was unbeatable, but he wasn't.
Okay, I'm beginning to get a better picture. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
О, наконец-то можно двигаться. Аллилуйя.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
Ребята, я, наверное, перед стримом себе чай сделаю, перед чужими. Вот, давайте сначала сейв. То есть нельзя перезаписать, да? Я извиняюсь, правда. А на чьих ты будешь? Вот. Блин, такая шутка петросянская, что даже не смешно. Угу. Ну, блин. Я хотела завязать резиновые перчаточки. It's least drugs or better. Блин, даже читать не могу уже. Not crazy. If anyone is crazy, it's It's lethal drugs. Так, это уже пациент такой. Карта. 35 лет. Stocking clothes. It seems that on top of it all she is stocking. Made it down for urine. Отлично, Кенгандет. Мы очень рады тебя видеть. It's a bottom. Ладно, пошли дальше.
Is Liz here?
And who's Liz?
That young nurse who was here last night. Black hair, very chatty. She said her name was Liz.
I'm sorry. A lot of people come through here. I can't remember everyone's name.
Whoa.
Can you return to your bed now, please? It's nearly time for your medication. I can't be chasing around after every single patient.
Beg your pardon?
Look, I'm very busy at the moment. I'll come and talk to you in a minute, all right? Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
Yeah? Well, maybe you shouldn't leave them out on the desk for everyone to see.
If you are looking for something to read, we have some magazines for patients here.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
Так, короче, Лиз. Она не знает, кто такая.
Excuse me. Where's the exit?
It's just down the corridor, ma'am.
Thanks. I'll be on my way then.
Can I see the discharge letter first?
A discharge letter? What for?
Some of our patients are under observation and aren't allowed out of the ward. For their own safety, of course.
It sounds like we're prisoners here.
It's for the patient's safety, ma'am. If you haven't been discharged by the doctors, I'm afraid I can't let you through. May I ask what your name is?
My name is Mary Smith. Let me through, please.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you, ma'am. You should talk to the doctor first and come back with a letter and some form of identification.
Блин.
Sorry, ma'am, can't let you through. We'll need to see a discharge letter from your doctor first.
Ладно.
Right. It seems that a discharge letter is the only ticket out of here.
Что такое band? Use. Выпьем молоко горячее с медом. Ну, не сейчас же. Кто это?
Hi. Are you alright? Can we talk for a minute?
I can't talk. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm trapped here, just like you.
Trapped? I don't know. It's just so hard to think without it. But you're a stranger. And you're not one of those lovely nurses either. They look after me so well. I trust the nurses like I trusted my mother.
I just want to talk. I need your help.
Unless it's Mother who sent you. Was it her? Please tell me it was her.
Yeah, sure. I'm a good friend of your mother.
I miss her so much. I can't remember you very well. But you should know this. If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Yeah, sure I do. Now, let me ask you.
What is it?
Oh, well...
What is my mother's name?
Какую выбрать? Ну, пускай она будет Элизабет.
Elizabeth.
No, you're wrong. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Не, я передумала, твоя мама зовут Мэри.
If you really are a friend, You will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
Почему он
But
качается?
I know
Напоминаю.
it. Let me just think for a second.
А нет пока верного ответа. Сара Элис.
I don't know.
No, of course you don't. Leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Может быть, он Бартон? Да, саундтрек здесь крутой. I don't really want to sleep here. I'm not tired anyway. Может быть, все-таки он Бартон? Давайте посмотрим, здесь же были вот эти вот.
Please do not touch these. They are all confidential documents.
I was only going to tidy up.
I'm sorry. Are you one of the housekeepers? Why did you dress up as a patient?
I just can't stand mess, that's all. And there's no need to be sarcastic.
Who's being sarcastic?
А если я ей жгут предложу? Give.
Shall we swap our name bands?
Mother always told me not to talk to strangers. I can't take it. I'm being good now. Only talk to my nurses and good friends.
Ну, я хороший друг. Так, а взяли какую-то корзину. Read. Please stop writing a message on the mirror. Ага, короче, не пишите, бла-бла-бла. Игра еще не намечается, то совсем тленная. Ну, это вообще-то игра уже началась.
Someone is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I just wanted to remind you that I'm ready
Так
to
квест
go home.
вообще-то.
Oh, is that so? Well, guess what? I haven't forgotten. It takes time. I could lose my job if I don't follow the correct procedures. Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your
А,
name and
еще
your date
игры,
of birth?
ну да, написано же Шалинс будет в группе. А,
Anne Burton, born in 1975.
Let me just check your name band quickly. Miss Ashworth, I think you got a little confused there. Drink this liquid now. It'll make you all better.
Are you insane? I'm not taking any medication. I'm not ill.
Okay, we are prepared for this. Jim, can you come in, please?
You must be kidding me.
Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to give you an injection. You'll feel a sharp scratch. Hold it
сейчас,
for me,
короче,
would
нам
you?
будет Бобока. Боже мой, что он с ней делает? Боже мой, что они с ней делают? О, боже мой.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Зря в психушке надо пить таблетки, да? Воу. Теперь я такая же. SHA. Ядрёно. So hard. This is inquill drugs. Блин, что за звуки? Давайте мы что-то со жгутом сделаем. Может, перчатки? Нет. Может, так себе поможет. Нет, тазик тоже не поможет. Что с человеком сделал? Ну, я не знала. Я не хотела принимать таблетки. Если бы я их даже приняла бы, то мне было бы то же самое. Ну...
The drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
Типа надо добираться, бла-бла-бла, да. Блин, а как же тогда выбраться-то? А если... Подождите-ка. Нет. А какое название таблеток? Кто знает? А сколько кто лицо зеркало забыл? Да? А, вот, да. Может, сейчас из горячей воды пар будет, мы что-то напишем. Вот, пар пошел. А к зеркалу мы никак не можем. Ого, наше отображение резко появилось. Эйл. Эйл, так эйл. Помнишь, в упоротом месте были буквы да? С, H. Шейла? Я надеюсь, что да. Да, Шейла.
If you really are a friend, you will know my mother's name. The name that haunts me. A beautiful name.
But I know it. Let me just think for a second. Sheila.
Yes. It was my mother who sent you, after all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. But my head's all messed up.
So, let's have a little chat, sweetheart.
О, привет, пандакун. Чё, тогда первый выбирай, да, получается?
Do you know how to get out of here?
You're not supposed to get out. We must stay here. Do what they say. Take pills they give us. Sometimes, if I behave, they give me the red stuff. I wait for it. I'm being good.
What is this red stuff?
It's a drug. My favorite one. Red stuff takes the pain away. I must stay here. Good nurses have been most kind. They always remember. They know I'm suffering. But it is not the same as the drugs I see in my dreams. On the other side of the mirror, there's a spider's heart full of drugs. I just can't seem to find it anymore.
Короче, Мне теперь сейчас надо будет снова вызвать медсестру, выпить таблов, пойти к тому сердцу и проткнуть его этим осколком, скорее всего. Тогда что-то будет. Имхо. I feel like...
What exactly is this little treat you mentioned?
It's the red teardrop of pure happiness. They bring it. I drink
Мне
it
теперь надо от
down,
этого отвязаться.
and my pain goes away.
Я правда не
Without
понимаю,
it,
чье это
I just
сердце.
feel so angry. It's like I'm going crazy. It's funny, but I just get so fucking angry sometimes. I'm dying, I think. We're all dying, I heard. She said I'd go to hell for it, but I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Does he know?
Who?
Him!
Right. Okay. No, probably not.
I need the red medicine. I need it now. I must be a good girl. I must be a nice girl.
Maybe I could get you some of that stuff. Do you know where they keep it?
Oh, they have it hidden well. You can't get there. Or maybe you can.
Мне
I
кажется, нас
see it
переведут в
in my
таком случае
dreams
куда-то,
sometimes. It's where the nurses
и
are.
будет шанс
But
сбежать.
in my dream, there are no nurses there. I see it, but I can't get it. It's so near, and yet so far. I can still hear the broken heartbeat of the spider's heart.
Блин, чтобы я понимала, что на самом деле, о чем мне она говорит.
I'll talk to you later, yeah?
Yes, go. Be careful.
Okay.
They're watching us. And remember, we must be nice to earn the red stuff. Always be nice.
Poor woman.
Так, го, короче. Нам нужны таблетки. Go за red stuff. И мы будем с тобой good girl. А тазик, наверное, чтобы, когда пойдет кровь из сердца, взять.
Someone
Наверное.
is coming.
Have you rang the bell? Is there an emergency?
I just wanted to remind you that I'm ready to go home.
Oh, is that so? Well, guess what? I haven't forgotten. It takes time. I could lose my job if I don't follow the correct procedures. Why do I bother? I think it's time we give you some medication. Can you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
А, посуда для таблеток.
Anne Burton, born in 1975.
Let me just check your name then quickly. Miss Ashworth, I think you got a little confused there. Drink this liquid now. It'll make you all better.
Take drugs. Ну, давайте take drugs.
That's a good girl. Now, drink it down. You'll feel much better.
Давай быстрее, нам нужно к сердцу. И будем начинать уже чужих.
Now, go back to your room and rest. You'll be able to relax and have a great sleep.
Да-да, я специально закинула, чтобы проверить свою теорию, будет ли... Да, все правильно. Drink. I have enough drugs. Так, теперь нам надо вот это вот... Блин, перчатки и жгут. Что можно с этим сделать? Ну, жгутом это только обвязать руку. У меня почему-то сразу такая... Это точно сердце, да. Блин. Так, давайте
The
на
drugs have worn off and I feel better now. But I can't let them do that to me again. I need to get out of here.
Так, давайте, наверное, сейчас сохранимся. Вот, и, наверное, уже попробуем. Пойдем уже с вами в Alien Isolation. Вот, потому что у меня сегодня время тоже ограничено, надо готовить ужин еще. Вот. Поэтому сейчас быстренько реклама, буквально на чуть-чуть. Вот, и продолжим.